Hi, and welcome back to the best thing you watched this week. Chris from Movies and Munchies. I am still in the US of A. This is the night before I travel back, so I'm very excited to be here with Chris, and he's allowing me to use all his shiny gadgets as we talk about the best things we watch. Thank you so much for joining us. Last week was fun because we got to do sweets and things and Patreon. It's just weird being in the same room, but also wonderful at the same time.
Yes.
So this week we've kind of seen the same things because we've been on the same couch, really. There's a couple of my differences, but for the most part, we're going to be talking about the same things, really, because it would be weird. We were talking about it. If I left the room to go and watch something else, it doesn't make sense.
Antisocial.
Absolutely.
I need you to go stand over there.
So thank you so much for joining us. It's been a wonderful 10 days. I hope you've enjoyed some of the reviews and things that we've done together.
Yes.
But for now, we're going to do what we normally do. We do Patreon videos. You can check that out. We've got some wonderful Patreon because we're here. So we're going to take advantage of that. So check out our Patreon in the comments below. Wherever you listen to audio podcasts as well, we do an audio exclusive. And this week, we are both talking about a movie that we've never seen. Like, Chris subjected me to one of the most horrific horrors I've ever seen in my entire life. And I gave Chris a comedy to watch. So you can check what those are in the audio exclusive wherever you listen to podcasts. Hi, Chris.
Hi, Ruben.
There's a lot of words.
Are we done already?
Yeah, we're done. Goodbye.
Okay, thanks for joining us. Good show.
Did anyone win the movie quote?
Yes.
Okay.
And I'm really actually very impressed with this one.
Right.
So Mateus Las Casas
nice
won. And he hadn't seen one of them.
Right.
And still got it.
Dang.
It was a guess. He's like, I think this is what it is, but here you go. So the answers were Elvis, Enola Holmes 2, and Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Nice. Congratulations.
Yes.
That's the Holmes one stumped even me. I'd forgotten. I had to go and look it up, and Chris was like, "What is it?" I'm like, "I don't know. Don't ask me."
Yeah, that was a difficult one, and I've seen the movie too.
Yeah, recently.
Yeah, very recently. Yes.
Okay,
goodness.
so should I jump into this week's?
Yes. Are you going to make these very, very, very hard, or are you going to?
We'll do a mix buns. Okay, so this is not part of 3. This is just a special one as we're together with a part of it. And if you don't get this one, you get no points and you have to stop watching movies. Okay. Shane, come back. What do you think the movie is? Chris actually looks confused.
Shane?
Yeah. Yay. I cried. Okay, let's get in.
I get to keep watching
Yeah,
movies.
you get to keep watching movies. Let's get into the first one. I'm talking slowly so I can scroll back up to the ones I actually wanted to talk about. Okay, this is a good one. Oh no, it wasn't the airplanes. It was Beauty that killed the Beast.
Okay. I think I know which one that is.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I like this one, although a lot of people pooed it. I enjoyed it. Yep. I like this one. I'll set a bit back from the mic.
Are you going to be
a bit
expressive?
louder, yeah.
Okay.
Show me the money!
Oh, yes. Okay. Very iconic. Yes. Nice.
Have you seen this film?
Yes.
Oh, you have?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. So that, I think I've been...
You've been kind so far.
I've been kind. Yeah. Okay. So this one people will get if they've seen it, and they might be able to guess the genre. But I love the smell of napalm in the morning.
Yes. There are some just amazing scenes in this.
Dude.
And I watched it once without the sound of this one particularly iconic scene that even has to do with your quote. And it was terrible. It was a terrible scene.
Yeah.
Because it was lacking this musical score that accompanies it. And
It needed it.
Yeah, it really did.
There's a long edit of it called the Redux version of it. I think it's like 4 hours long. And I'm like, I don't want to. It's harrowing enough.
I don't know if I've seen that version. Yeah. Okay. Well,
Okay.
let us know in the comments. What are your guesses? I think you'll be able to get all of them.
I think so.
You were fairly kind today.
I think so.
That was nice.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, may I ask a question?
You may.
Okay.
It's so polite.
Yeah, well, what's your favorite Robin movie, William?
Wow. Oh, wow.
Talking Chris hard. Yoda, am I? Okay. What is your favorite Robin Williams movie of all time?
My brain's still processing what you said earlier.
Yeah, I know, right?
Okay. Favorite Robin Williams movie? Damn, that's a hard question.
That is a hard question.
Because I pretty much love all of his films. Like, no joke. Every film, even though he did many genres, he knocked it out of the park. You could go from Mrs. Doubtfire to Jumanji, then to some of those Good Morning Vietnam, really harrowing.
Yeah.
I think there is one that emotionally scarred me. That's What Dreams May Come, and that a lot of people don't know of. Actually, I don't think that many people have watched that one. There's ones that emotionally affected me happy. That was Patch Adams.
Oh, yeah,
I think. But the one that I think I always go back to for me, which was his best performance that I love, apart from him being the genie, would be The Fisher King.
Okay.
Because that one wrecked me. Like, after that film, I think I cried probably a couple of times during the film. And then afterwards, I was just sad.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I still need to see that one.
Dude.
I mean, you've told me before to check
seriously,
that out.
sort that out.
Yeah, okay.
What's your favorite?
Mine would be more serious also. And I think Dead Poet Society is where I go.
Captain, my captain.
Yeah.
Dude, that moment.
Rip it out. Rip out the entire first chapter. But there's so many actors that were in that also.
Oh, it's one of those when you go back after like 20 years of seeing it, you're just like, that's that person. That's the.
Yeah. I mean, it is tough because, like I would go, I mean, like you said, Mrs. Doubtfire, Aladdin. I mean, as the genie, he's spectacular. I mean, how can you? I love Good Morning Vietnam, especially because of how funny it is, and then how harrowing it is. Also,
it's the two sides that the comedy shouldn't work, but it does.
Oh yeah, totally. So okay, I'm gonna go with that.
Okay,
go Captain, my captain.
Let us know in the comments. That's quite hard. Yeah, let us know in the comments. What is your favorite Robin Williams? And if you haven't seen those, sort it out. Put it on your list. Definitely films you will enjoy, even if it's harrowing. Yeah. Sometimes those are the best ones because you remember them because they emotionally scar you.
Yes. All right.
Should we jump into the best thing we watched?
Yes. Let's
I'm eager to hear what is on the top of your list.
Oh, well, come on.
Is it this?
No.
Oh.
No. See, this is actually going to be hard to talk about because we can't really talk about it because it hasn't come out yet.
Right.
It's $18.99 from the creators of Dark. It's on Netflix. It's a series. We've only seen the first 6 episodes out of the first 8.
Yeah.
It is mind-boggling. It is every single episode where I think I'm grabbing hold of, I think I might be understanding what's going on. They then reveal something, and I'm like, nope. Okay.
I honestly don't think Dark was as complicated as this. Like, it had a complicated story, but it was easier for me to follow of what characters were doing. And then we started going into different timelines. This one, you think you know something, and it will literally just give you something else, especially at the ends of those episodes. You just went, like literally at the end of every episode. You think you know what's going on, and then it goes, nope, you don't.
Yeah, it really does. And I love this. I love that it's hurting my head. I love that I still have no idea where it's going. I mean, I can't predict what's going to happen next. And that's a great series because I don't want to know all of this, especially within this mystery.
No.
I don't want to know it all right off the bat. I want them to string me along.
That's the fun.
Yeah, absolutely. Provide some answers. And like we've been talking, we think somebody had mentioned to you that they had planned 3 seasons. Which, yes.
I think that's great.
I think, yes.
Because in the light of where it's at the end of the 6th episode, there's no ways they could wrap up.
No.
And if they did, it would be a terrible season, and I would no longer have faith in the Dark writers.
No, it would be miserable. If they were trying to wrap this up, I mean, it would be rushed because they have set things in motion that are just so broad. So
I don't even know really who the bad guys are. I think they've kind of hinted at who it is, but we don't know the background. We don't actually know what's going on really at all.
No.
We can surmise.
And there's people that we don't like.
Oh, 100%.
I mean, there's definitely antagonists within the storylines, but
I actually really like all the characters because it does seem they're also eclectic. The multiculturalness of the series, having all the languages that are in there, and then people not actually having conversations that they understand. They're just talking at you, whether you're like, if it's Dutch, if you're German or you're French or Spanish, you know, all of those are in there, and you're like, I don't speak your language. And they're just like, yes. And then you hear a name, and then somehow there's some sort of recognition in the, that wasn't a word, recognition.
There you go.
Brain cogs moving. In the word, like they mention a name or something that's going on. And then there's like a beam of like, oh yes, I understood that word. Yeah, I will do that then. I am hungry. But it's so well done, especially with the aesthetics and the sets.
Yeah.
I didn't know. You mentioned in our review that it was all screens, like the technology that they use. And I thought that was phenomenal, especially as I didn't know. Like I didn't see it. You don't. It's so well integrated. It's at no point did I go, oh, that's not real. Obviously, they didn't build a boat or film on location, but I didn't know that. My brain said, yeah, that looks real.
Yeah, it really does. It's convincing. So I like that too.
Yeah, I mean, without spoiling, characters and actors are great. The costumes, sets design, you think you know when it is, and that's all great. And the mystery just keeps you hooked, and you want more. It leaves you wanting more.
Yeah, it really does. Cool.
Nice. Okay. Are we going to talk spoilers for Wakanda?
Yes.
Okay. So I think we should just do that.
I think so. Yeah. Okay. So we've done our reviews or I did my review. We gave it a reaction to that. And so here is your spoiler warning for Black Panther, Wakanda Forever.
So we're going to do spoilers and we're going to do post-credit.
Yes.
Okay. It was great. It was a good film.
Yes.
I don't think it's the perfect film that a lot of people are saying it is.
No.
As critics and reviewers, we have to be honest, and we have to be as unbiased as possible. I also am aware I am a white dude in my 40s, and some of the culture specifics probably won't mean anything to me. Saying that, it's fictional fantasy characters. So I'm skirting on the edge as to not to upset anybody. It's really hard to review films like this, especially that have such a high regard for the first one and of the death, of an amazing man and person. And I think that's what the film does the best. It celebrates his life in a way that's honoring. And we get that emotional gut punch. My word. The Marvel scene. Just the Marvel logo.
The logo reveal.
I almost cried, like then and there.
It's silent, and it's all Chadwick Boseman. You know how they normally do on the Marvel logo. It's all the characters and everything, and it's all him, and then it goes purple.
Yeah.
Oh, I just got chills. It was
me too. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, literally, if you could see, there's goosebumps. So good. So I was so hopeful, right at the beginning. I was like, wow, that is an excellent way to start.
It really was.
Just not sidestepping the issue.
Yeah.
That was always going to be the big issue. But then the film deals with grief in a way that I was unexpected, because we have the sister, who has lost her brother. It's not just the mother who has lost a son. The sister is broken. Because if you remember, that's one of the most fun things from the first Black Panther. Their relationship was wonderful to watch on the screen. So it hurts that much more seeing how affected. She's no longer the quirky quip one-liners. She's upset. She's broken. People want her to move on. Her mother wants her to move on. She's like, I can't do this. There's this moment where her mother burns the clothes.
As part of
as a symbolism of moving on.
Yeah, yeah.
And she just I won't.
I'm really glad at how they handled just his death. That's how the movie opens, with this scene of them. I mean, it's frantic. It's Shuri trying to figure out a way to save her brother, and then you see the devastation. And I've seen a lot of people now, prior to the movie coming out, and then even afterwards, they should have recast T'Challa. And I understand that from a character standpoint, because maybe you don't like Shuri as the Black Panther, as a new Black Panther. Fair enough. But here's the thing that I wouldn't want them to recast T'Challa, because it then takes away Chadwick Boseman. In this movie, they get to honor him so many different times, and they pull in his real life within the storylines.
Yeah,
talking about
that was
how
wonderful.
You know, how he gave back, how he was strong, how he hid his illness from everybody and just did his job.
Yeah.
And I think, while I understand the sentiment, I think it would be a disservice to who he was.
I also think they don't really know what they're asking about recasting, because they kind of did that. The Black Panther gets to carry on in this movie.
Yes.
The mantle is picked up, but what is wonderful is that we don't get the Black Panther until the last bit of the movie.
Yes.
It really is about this people continuing on without him in that grief, but still having a kingdom to protect. And there's that battle scene where the military or a specialized group of the French go and try and take some of the what's it called?
The vibranium.
The vibranium. Excuse me. And it's cut in with Angela Bassett's character, the Queen, talking to you. We are not, what's her words? We are not defenseless.
Yes.
And that's when we see the warriors step out and the drums kick in. I'm getting goosebumps again.
Oh, again, yes.
Yeah. And I was just like, dude, because I love just their presence on screen with the score, and Ludwig's score this time round
is amazing.
because we don't just get that African vibe, we also get the Spanish or the Mexican
Mexican
vibe.
Mayan,
Yeah. Because it's Namor, and so we have two cultures that are coming together, almost versus the world this time, and I like that. I think it reflected in the score.
Yeah,
Ludwig is a genius.
Yeah, it was a really good score. Yeah, and it just, emotional, like it should be.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like you said, this is not a perfect movie. There are parts to it. So we've got Julia Louis-Dreyfus, who we saw her in Black Widow, and then even in Winter Soldier, or Falcon and the Winter Soldier, where she comes in, her character, and her with Martin Freeman. I like Martin Freeman. And
Martin Freeman.
Yeah, I like Julia Louis-Dreyfus in this role because she gets to be, she's powerful and she has like just no nonsense to her.
And she has a streak of color in her.
She does. But she was unnecessary in this movie. Martin Freeman was actually unnecessary in this movie.
Yeah, we didn't need to have any of the government roles, actually.
No.
That bit where Angela Bassett's character is telling them, if it was spliced in with one more extra line, that would have been enough.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we have her talking to the UN and explaining how they're not defenseless and all of this, and how that sets up really everything.
Yeah.
And so it makes the movie drag a little bit in that portion, and it just kind of takes us off on these tangents that's really unnecessary. Shuri and M'Baku, I like that both of them have matured in their roles. Yeah, they're. I mean, Winston Duke is awesome.
He's so good.
He really is. But they've gone from those, like you said, those one-liners, those little comedic relief type of things, and now they've matured and they're dealing with the weight of the death. And I like that we don't see them now as so much ha 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 or doing comedy. There's still a little bit of lightheartedness here and there.
Yeah.
That comes about naturally through the dialogue and the delivery. But they are just now deeper, richer characters. That being said, though, with Shuri, she just becomes Black Panther. We don't see a progression of training of her skills. I mean, we've seen her fight before, so it's not like out of the realm of possibility that she doesn't know how to fight.
There's this equation in this film that I feel is incorrect. The equation that if you are a genius in thinking and smarts, which she obviously is,
Yes.
because we have another character that is Ironheart, who is, if you are a genius, then you can fight automatically. And I think that's wrong. And again, it would have taken maybe a single short scene to do training even together, being trained by the warriors who are amazing.
Yes.
To establish that.
Yes. Yeah, no, I agree. And so when we get Shuri as Black Panther, it's not as believable.
Yeah.
When we get Riri as Ironheart, which Let me. I got to tell you, the suit looks like it came out of Big Hero 6.
It's
It is the most ridiculous suit
I thought
I've
it was
ever seen.
a Power Ranger suit. I was like, what?
Yeah, well, and I didn't even realize until you told me, like, this is Ironheart. This is the new, like, taking on Tony's mantle.
Yeah.
Now, the character is highly intelligent. Totally believe that.
Yeah.
I mean, I buy that. She carries herself in a way that's kind of almost Tony-esque, really. I mean, kind of cocky, but very knowledgeable and fun. But we watched an entire first movie of Tony Stark running through his cars and blasting up through his garage because he couldn't control his machine because he was just tweaking it all. And with her, it's like, I know how to do it, and I'm out fighting people.
Yeah. Nah, I didn't buy it.
No.
There was no progression. Well, there was, but it was instant.
yes. It was, hey, here we go. I can do this now.
I also didn't like the other suits designs. The Blue Beetle, slender.
Abe Sapien.
Yeah. I also didn't like Avatar it being in this film.
Yeah.
Can we just address that, please?
Yeah. So Namor's people.
Yeah.
When they come out of the water, they're blue. And I guess that's because they're losing oxygen because they have to. It's all explained in the movie.
The power through the skin, or he does.
The water. Yeah. Well, and they do also because they have like the gills and stuff.
Right.
So they can. They just can't breathe air. He can also breathe air and through water. But it was very weird of a choice
odd
to do.
So close to Avatar as well. That's what we're thinking. Well, it doesn't connect, but your mind goes there.
Yeah. Well, especially I think because they wear. Because he's of, is it Mayan heritage, I believe. So they still wear the outfits and some of their battle gear is very old looking like that.
Plant-based and
it looks amazing.
Oh, it's fantastic.
But it looks just like you would see on the Na'vi.
The tall Smurfs, yes.
Yeah, exactly. And that's where I was like, different choice.
Yeah. I mean, but maybe you loved it and you think, well, no, that was all fine. That's fine.
Sure. Yeah.
I mean, I guess it's slightly nitpicking, but there were moments that in combination, when you see Namor's people, they're blue. When you see the Ironheart suit, it looked weird and plasticky, like a kid built it. I guess it didn't quite have the impact when you see Tony Stark's first suit. You know, that was beast. That was meaty. And this one was weird. So you put that all in combination in the same. And then you have this big fight sequence where we don't really see what was going on. That was disappointing because we had this amazing fight sequence on the highway with the second in command of Namor, who has so much presence and for me had way more presence than Namor himself. Yeah. Like I like Namor. I thought it was great and he did a good job with what he was given. How they did his flight doesn't make any sense to me. That has to be magic, right? Like, how does it hold up his body, these tiny little wings?
Those little wings, yeah.
Nobody explains that, but it just is. Okay,
we live
fine.
in a world with superheroes.
Yeah, fine. But that fight sequence was meaty. We felt worried for our main character who was fighting. Like, this is the first time I thought she was, like, she couldn't win.
Yeah, like when her shoulder is dislocated and he's walking up to her with the spear. I mean, I thought she was over.
Yeah. There's this moment where he stabs his spear into the ground and uses it as a battering ram on her.
Yeah.
I think that's where her shoulder dies. And the reaction from everybody in the cinema was,
because this is the first time really that we've seen the Dora Milaje
yeah,
meet a foe that is, I mean, outside of like Thanos.
Yeah, but literally kicking their ass. And you think, nobody can kick your ass. Oh, wait, somebody can.
Yes.
There's always a bigger fish.
Yeah, so yeah, literally this one.
There's always a bigger killer whale that they're riding on.
Yes.
Which they don't explain, which is another little niggle that I had. I would have loved, they showed the kingdom, which is amazing, but they never really explain how everything is done. Or show us this amazing kingdom. We have got like outside shots, and then we're in a cave or in a little room. And I'm like, show me these amazing shots, which you've obviously done.
Yeah, I wanted more of the world.
Yeah,
I wanted to be taken in there.
Yeah. So the origin of Namor was cool as heck. Yes. Like his name, the way it came from, what it stands for. You understand his anger. Again, grief. His side of the grief, how he handles that because of loss. Wonderfully shown. I would have liked more from him though, like of him.
Sure.
I just don't think we had enough of him. And considering the film is already long, 2 hours 45 minutes. We could have had that 5 to 10 minutes extra, just padding it, so making him that much better of a villain. Because really, again, the second in command for me was the better villain, just because of presence.
Yeah.
Post-credit scene.
The greatest Marvel post-credit scene they have done. And it's hard to call it a post-credit scene, even though it takes place in the credits.
Yeah.
Because really, it was a scene from the movie.
Yeah. So we have Shuri is finally come to terms with the loss of her brother.
Yes.
And she's on the beach. There's the fire, and she's burning the garments, and the credits are rolling.
Yes.
And then Black Panther's partner, what is her name?
Why can't I remember?
I don't know. Okay, Black Panther's partner, beautiful lady that I thought should have been the new Black Panther.
It's played by Lupita Nyong'o.
Yeah.
Yes.
Fantastic actress. Just awesome presence. She comes along because she wasn't going to join because Shuri said, can I please just do this myself? And then we see a little kid and everybody's like, who that kid? Who that kid?
So he gives his Haitian name.
Yeah.
And so good.
Do you remember in Gladiator when he finally reveals his name and he goes, I am Decimus Maximus Meridius, and I will have my vengeance in this life or the next. When the kid said his name and it like rattled off the honor of his name, same feeling.
Oh, yeah, sure. Yes. Yes. Because then he says, my Wakanda name is T'Challa.
Yeah. And the crowd goes wild.
Oh, yeah. I mean, we're already like on the verge of tears because this is just such an emotional moment. And I loved what it did for Shuri's character.
Yeah.
Because it matured her even more within this, and it moved the story. I mean, it was one of the most powerful scenes in the entire movie.
Yeah. And then he says his name, and it's just kind of like who he's from, like the grandfather. And I just was like, this is awesome. How to reestablish the line of the Black Panther, because we thought it was just, she's lost everything. There's that one conversation with Angela Bassett's character, have I not lost everything? And you do feel that, like the family is done.
Yeah.
But there's hope.
Yeah.
Just in this kid, but also keeping him out of the pressure of the kingdom, which was wonderful.
Yes.
And to know that he had set so much up in the prep of his death.
Yeah.
Which is what he did in real life. He was that person. Yeah. So it was a wonderful way to end up and left you on a real high.
It really did. Yeah. And so, I mean, people were wondering, like, you only gave it 3.5. What's going on? As we were talking, I mean, there's a lot that I can nitpick on. There's a lot that I could go, well, I find a problem with this. I find a problem with this. I still enjoyed the movie, though.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Like, it was fun. I'm looking forward to seeing it again because I want to experience it now in a different way because I know all of it. And so what did I
You can take your critic brain off.
Exactly. Yes. Yes. And so I don't have to, I can just watch this purely
just
as
enjoyment.
Fan,
yeah.
And I might enjoy it more. I may not. I may enjoy it exactly the same because it wasn't like it was a bad movie by any means.
Well, let us know in the comments below. You've seen it. You're obviously watching this. So you're watching the spoilers and post. Yeah. You have your own feelings about it. Is this the best movie in Phase 4?
Ooh.
Because Phase 4 has been really mixed.
It has. And you're just movie. You're just talking
just movie, not series. Yeah, just movie.
It gets very complicated at that point.
Yeah, it does. Yeah. So let us know how you would rank those. I think that's an interesting question.
That is. Yeah.
Because normally you can do rankings. I like this, but with what we've had, could this be?
Yeah, I would have to go back and watch a couple.
Yeah. See how. Some people are putting Black Widow in this.
Oh, as the first film in Phase 4.
Yeah,
which I enjoyed.
Yeah. Okay. Shall we move on?
Yes. Moving on.
Can I talk about something short?
Yes.
All right. I'll talk about 2 things short.
2 things short.
Okay. Zen, Grogu, and Dust Bunnies.
What?
Do you like Studio Ghibli?
I don't have anything against it.
The answer is yes.
I haven't seen much of it.
Guys,
I know.
just sorry.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. I know. No, I know. I understand.
If your sons were here.
Oh, they slap me. No, because they own like all of the movies and they love them. And they have, what Kiki's Delivery Service, I think, is like one of their top ones that they keep telling me, oh, you should see this. You really need to see this. I'm like, all right.
Okay. So, Star Wars, Grogu, Studio Ghibli have teamed up to do a short. I think this is the start of a beautiful friendship that we're going to get. Basically, Star Wars Ghibli is anime, but specific to Ghibli's style.
Okay.
It's only 3 minutes, and then it's only 2.5 minutes because of like the intro,
credits.
the credits. Yeah. It also is Ludwig.
Oh, really?
Scoring.
Oh, nice.
It's hand drawn.
Oh.
So the movement is very cool, and you have this eclectic score, and then you have the Dust Bunnies. I think it's from Spirited Away, and they may be in Howl's Moving Castle as well. These, I can show Chris.
Oh yeah, we'll throw an image up.
We'll throw an image, a little black spiky things, and basically it's this cute little interaction between the Dust Bunnies, a little bit of music, and Grogu. It has no purpose. It's not really a story. It's just a short. I think it's a teaser, like a taste of things to come.
Nice.
It's a weird partnership that I was really excited to see. My favorite's probably Howl's Moving Castle next to Spirited Away.
Okay.
Okay, so the other short I wanted to talk about, I mentioned to you that Zootopia Plus series had come out.
Yes.
And I wasn't particularly fussed by it.
Okay.
Watch the first two, hop on board. The parents are there. The extra bunny has gone on the train following their daughter that's going to become a cop. The real rodents of little Rodentia, I lasted like 4 minutes. I'm like, that's not my cup of tea.
Oh, just not working.
However, I did mention to you that the last episode was called Dinner Rush.
Yes.
So we have super server Sam rushes to finish her shift ahead of a big concert when her last minute guests arrive.
Oh no.
And it's the two sloths from Zootopia.
Oh my gosh. They're the guests?
Basically, what does the cop call him? Speed Racer Dave or something? I have to go back, but I know it's like a juxtaposition in his character because he's obviously that bit in Zootopia is probably my favorite, where she's at the DMV and she's just like,
oh my gosh.
Okay, which is why I did the intro like I did. If you're watching in video, you'll understand. So there's this, what plays out is this hilariously painful thing to watch. The server is going to a really fun concert. This is the thing. She's going to get out by 6 p.m. And her last guest. And as she's waiting to serve them and wait for them to speak, she's getting behind on all of her other customers.
Oh no.
And they're getting irate until a moment, and it actually has a little theme, like a really beautiful theme, until their date escalates into something more.
Oh.
And you're suddenly on board and like, oh, that's really sweet. And then it's just Zootopia, and I loved it. It was fantastic. Painful to watch because you just, please speak faster. And then when you think he's going to talk, he doesn't talk. And when they do talk, it's, okay. And so it's a weird slowness.
There's not an actual like
there's no
cadence to it.
Yeah,
It's
there's
just
no like and then, which I thought they would do. It's just like an awkward pause that you can't time the beat to. It's wonderful.
Love it.
Yeah.
Nice.
So that's all on Disney Plus at the moment.
Outstanding.
As is the Grogu.
As is the Grogu. Right. Nice.
What's on your list?
So this is a series we actually just finished.
Yeah.
We just as of this recording, we had literally just finished the series. We just finished a review. It's a limited series on Amazon Prime. It's a Western starring Emily Blunt, and it's called The English. And honestly, at the beginning of the series, this wouldn't have been on my list. It was weird. The wording, the dialogue delivery, the dialogue in itself.
Yeah.
It was cryptic. It was stunted. Very reserved, like held back, like on a lot of the information.
Yeah.
But then the story began to hook me, and I was really invested in what was going on, even though I didn't totally understand what was going on.
No.
You know, it like you think you know where the trajectory of this is going because Emily Blunt is searching for the man who killed her son. And so it's a Western, and it's taking place in the plains of the United States.
1890.
Yeah.
Thereabouts.
Yeah. And it bounces back and forth a little bit within the time, but it's shot really well. I mean, it's very creative. in the visual styling, which I liked. There were a couple of times where it almost felt like they were on a soundstage.
I could see that. Maybe that's the reason why I got that feeling of it. It feels like a stage play.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was weird because like some of the lens choices made the backgrounds.
Absolutely. I was thinking of those old westerns with the painted backgrounds.
Yes.
That's the feeling I got
Exactly.
sometimes.
That's exactly what I thought too. Yeah, there were several of those, but then they would show a wide shot of them in that location, and I was like, oh well, maybe not. I don't really know what's going on here. But overall, I mean, it was. I'm glad we watched it. You know, it was.
We did have to push through it.
Yeah, especially in that middle section where it like episodes 3 and 4 maybe where it was just it began to ramp up and it began to gain the momentum that it needed for the story to become like it really found its footing, and you can tell it's pushing now towards the end. But yeah, there are portions where we're like, I'm not sure this was needed, you know, and it really did feel like we had gone on this tangent that they didn't, we didn't know why.
Yeah.
Afterwards, you kind of understand. I'm not sure they needed to spend all of that time doing that, but yeah.
The character the actor who plays Eli Whip.
Oh my goodness.
I mean, I love Emily Blunt.
Yeah.
Phenomenal actress. But every time he was on screen, I was just like, this dude's awesome.
Riveted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It again, it's reserved. I think they both play it reserved. The script is reserved and the dialogue is reserved, and it's painful to listen to them sometimes because you just want them to have a conversation that's normal. Right? Just speak plainly. Like, I know you guys back then, you did speak plainly, even if it's old-timey English. But these guys did it like it was an art.
It really was, yeah.
But I came to love it.
Yeah.
There were some quirky moments when they replied to each other that were hilarious and sometimes just dark. I like what was said without it having been said. There was a lot. I think you kind of had to pay attention, but from what had happened, short bits of dialogue, you get a story.
Oh yeah.
Of what had happened, and I thought that helped because a lot of the time it's a very visual story, except when it's a dialogue heavy episode.
Yes, there was both.
Yeah. Definitely worth a one-time watch, which is why it's on our best thing that we watch. I think it would have been on mine as well. But you do have to push through it. It is a Western, and it has that slow pacing, beautiful cinematography, wonderful acting, script that will take you a while to get into it. But once you're into it, you will love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all I have for this week. Have you got more?
No, but you know what? We can at least tease this a little bit of some of the things. We obviously work together. We spent. So earlier this week, we didn't kidnap Ruben. I mean, he came willingly, but I live in California, and we hopped on a plane after he had already been on a plane. He had no idea what day it was because we went through daylight savings time here, or time change. I don't even know what it is. We turned our clocks back. That's what happened. And so he really didn't know what day it was and what time it was.
No, I didn't.
And I got him up stupid early on Monday morning, and we flew down to Disneyland.
Yeah, I've experienced Disneyland.
Yes.
Through the pain and suffering of the many, many walking steps, but also I'm trying to think what was my best moment. There were so many good moments, but they're like new rides that just blew me out of the water. Parks aren't normally things that you go to, but when it's Disneyland, it's a whole world, like just a world of immersiveness. It literally, once you shut the gates, you feel like you've stepped into a different world. It just is. Which was wonderful to experience, because obviously we get parks in the UK, Thor Park and similar things. You can hop over to France even if you want to and go to Disneyland there, but nobody does because it's really expensive. So coming over here was quite a treat to see what the original, I guess, would be like. I didn't get to punch Mickey Mouse, which I was very disappointed by, or wrestle him. But yeah, we look out for a little video blog of our adventures there. Check it out in the Patreon. We're going to put it there. I think if you liked seeing us interact and two grown men act like little kids and enjoy themselves and go on all ridiculous rides, then yeah, we've got some stories to tell about that.
Yes.
Those couple of days that kind of flew by. Yeah, it was really good. Yeah.
Cool. Before we go, should we eat a few snacks?
Yes.
Okay. So in last week's episode, Ruben brought some Cadbury's from over in the UK, which were like, we have Cadbury here, but the chocolates that he brought, we did not have. And so it was great. He wanted to experience, I'm not exactly sure why, probably just because he's seen it online, the memes and everything else, but he wanted to experience Walmart. If you live in the United States, you all just went, what? Yeah, exactly. Our Walmart near us, it can be sketchy at times. It's not what you see on peopleofwalmart.com.
Yeah, it wasn't sketchy at all. I was just like, it's Asda. Oh, all right.
I mean, there were a few people in their pajamas, but not too bad. But the reason I talk about that is because we looked like a couple of 5-year-olds with $100 going through the convenience store without our parents.
The stuff in the trolley, anybody would have had instant diabetes.
Oh, yeah. No, there was nothing healthy about everything. I mean, we just kept piling stuff in because I was like, oh, you need to try this. Have you had this? Do you know what this is? Dude, let's get this. And so we're going to do some of the things, not all of them. I think we'll do another, we'll save one for Patreon probably, and, just so that you can see Ruben trying all of these snacks that are inherent to the U.S. Maybe they're in other parts of the world too. I don't really know.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
I'm so glad I had a lot of salad last night.
Yeah. Okay. So this is going to be great audio. Yes. Okay. So first off, just because Ruben actually wondered, this is his request. So we're going to start off with
a Twinkie.
A Twinkie.
Okay, so for the audio, ever since Zombieland, where Woody Harrelson's character loves Twinkies, I suddenly remembered, oh yeah, Twinkies are synonymous with like America, as far as I'm aware, according to TV and films.
Yes, well, and they last forever, supposedly.
Yeah, like the cockroaches and Twinkies will survive an apocalypse.
Yes.
Yeah. So, this is it. Okay, so it's squishy, it's sticky. Here it is. First bite. Oh, it's got cream in it. Okay, cool.
Yes.
A lot of cream. Oh. That's a weird taste.
Yes.
What is a Twinkie?
It's a sponge cake filled with cream.
Okay.
And the cream, it can't be dairy based because it's unrefrigerated and it has a shelf life of like 300 years. So
what is it?
It's a Twinkie.
No, what's the cream?
Twinkie cream? Hostess cream, really, because if you have a ding dong, that's the cream inside the ding dong. If you have a cupcake, that's the cream inside the cupcake.
I don't know what a ding dong is.
Yeah. It's unfortunate. He's missing out.
We get similar stuff like this in the UK, but it's not quite like this. I don't mind it. I don't love it.
But you finished it.
I did finish it.
Okay. How's your blood sugar there?
It's on to raise. The meat is going high.
Ticking up? Okay. Again,
I will cleanse my palate with Dr. Zero.
There we go. Another staple. These are nerds.
Hey, nerds.
All right, nerds. You just need to take a handful of these, but don't take a monster handful because I don't want you to die.
Okay.
Ruben has been, the difference between the US and the UK, everything here is saltier and more sugary.
Dude, the salt. That's not something, I expected the sugar, but not the salt. Yeah.
I don't even taste the salt anymore.
I know, which is hilarious because he's like, there's no salt in that. I'm like, yes, there is. There's a lot of salt in that. Okay, so a small handful.
Yes, these actually, for the audio and even for the video, because you're not going to be able to see it very well, it looks like aquarium rocks, different colored aquarium rocks.
Aquarium.
Yeah,
okay.
That's probably.
Is that enough?
That's sufficient.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are they pop rocks?
No, they're not pop rocks.
They're not pop rocks.
They're just sugar.
All right, team. Let's do this.
Let's do it.
Huh? Oh. It's great for your feelings. Suck 'em, maybe? That is sour and sweet.
Oh, there's a safety warning on this.
Oh my gosh.
Small.
My sugar level just skyrocketed, dude.
Yeah. Small objects such as hard and soft candies may inadvertently become lodged in the throat.
Thanks.
Yeah. The ingredients: dextrose, sugar, malic acid, 2% and or less of corn syrup. There's natural flavors. Doesn't say what they are. Carnauba wax, so you can actually take these and wash your car.
That is too much. That is like instant.
Yeah.
Flip. Yeah, I'm not a fan of that.
Not a fan of that? Not liking that. Okay, gonna cut it with your Dr. Pepper there.
Oh, yeah.
That's a good thing. Okay. Okay, so Ruben, we tried him. We gave him red vines last week because we're a red vine house, and I prefer red vines.
I saw someone in the comments also said red vines all the way.
Oh, okay. So there, I mean, it is a thing where you don't typically find people that like red vines
One
and
or the other.
Twizzlers. It's either or.
Okay.
So we got him Twizzlers.
Oh, dude.
You don't have to eat the whole thing. You just take a bite. Now these are strawberry flavored, which to me that's really weird, and that's why I don't like Twizzlers.
Okay. Oh, this is not how I expected them to be at all. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's like, well, there you go.
Okay.
It's like wax.
So I got a small piece here. I'm looking at the laptop rather than this actual thing. Okay.
Oh gosh,
Okay. You don't like
I don't
the
like
smell
the
even.
smell of it. Oh, it's just disgusting. Yeah.
I can't really smell it.
Really? Oh.
So is this meant to be a form of licorice?
Yes, that's like a red vine.
Okay.
It's just a Twizzler.
Okay. Oh, I can tell you that tastes like like wax. I've eaten a lot of wax in my time. Yeah.
No?
No.
So
Not even a little bit.
So are you a red vines guy?
Oh, that's horrible.
Yeah, right?
Oh, you got a whole bag of that.
Yeah, I know. Well, we'll throw it away.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh my. No. Wow, how is that so different? It's like off licorice, but plastic. Oh, no. No.
No? Okay.
No.
We'll continue on the licorice route.
Okay, cool.
Do you like black licorice?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I'm a fan of black
Well,
licorice.
then you're going to really enjoy these. So these in the U.S., Good and Plenty's. They might have them other places. These are a black licorice with a hard candy shell on it.
Oh, I think we have something similar. So in the UK, you have a bag of all sorts. Do you get that?
Oh, love all sorts.
Okay,
Oh my gosh. And yes, I'm very old because my grandparents had all sorts all over the house, and you just go through and just.
You should pick up your favorite ones. Though.
yeah, totally.
Yeah, and then you eat the outside of. Did you do that? Like eat the sugar part, and then you eat the licorice on the inside.
No, I would just put them all in, but I would start with the with the squared ones that are layered, and
So you eat the layer.
No, I eat the whole thing, but I would go with the brown ones first because I thought they were more chocolate.
Insight into Chris's mind.
Right. The yellow ones are really good. The pink ones are great. But then I also like those pink round disc ones that have the black in the center and
with the balls on the outside. Do you get those?
Oh, we got those too. I wasn't as big of a fan of those. Okay.
Crunchy. Okay, so yeah, I used to eat the layers, layer by layer.
Oh, that's great.
Okay, so this is a pink one.
Yeah. They taste exactly the same.
Oh, really?
There's no difference between pink and
Okay,
white.
cool. Yeah, that's like exactly what I expected.
Just black licorice.
Yeah. I like it. It's good.
Good. Okay.
Good and plenty. Okay.
Nice. Okay. Let's do a Pop-Tart.
Okay. I need to come down on my sugar.
Okay. Well, here's the question too for Pop-Tart eaters. Do you toast them? Do you put them in the microwave, a toaster oven, the toaster itself? Or do you do the rational thing and open up the package and just eat them? Because that's really the only
I
way
like
to
the
do it.
idea of a toasted Pop-Tart.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So these are strawberry.
Okay.
And because Ruben, I prefer, so I hit the microphone, I prefer blackberry or blueberry. I will eat the strawberry, but they have to be frosted because I don't understand the whole purpose of the milk.
Okay, so that's what it looks like for everybody at home. And for everybody listening, the Pop-Tart looks like a long biscuit with Christmas decorations on it. Yeah. That's how
That's
a
okay.
Christmas biscuit. Okay, so I'm going to take a bite.
You got to take a big bite because see where it's flat there?
Right.
That's just,
I'll get into the middle there.
yeah,
Okay.
you need to get into the stuff.
Tastes like it's not baked.
It's totally baked.
Well,
It's yeah,
I'm hurting Chris's feelings.
no, that's what? Putting them in the toaster is wrong.
I think I'm definitely a toaster man with this one.
So you want it browned and hot?
It's all right. I don't love it.
Don't not like that.
No.
Okay, fair enough. Let's do 2 more.
Okay, 2 more.
We'll start with hot tamales.
Okay, yeah.
You pointed these ones out. You're like, oh, we don't have these. And I was like, okay.
Are they hot?
They're cinnamon.
Cinnamon's not hot, though.
Okay. Knock yourself out there.
This could end really badly. This could end the recording. Okay, so this is the picture. It's got hot tamales worded and lots of red color on it, and people burning in fire at the bottom. So that
even notice that.
So that should
That's
work
funny.
out well for me.
Oh no, you need more than one. You need like 3 or 4.
Chris is actually trying to get me to empty my bowels. Yeah. Okay, let's go. They look like. Will you take the red pill or the blue pill from the Matrix?
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they're just like Mike and Ike's.
I'm taking red pill. Lots of them. Has a taste of a sweet that I used to have in South Africa called jawbreakers, and the same kind of burniness.
Oh, we have fireballs, which are a hot cinnamon jawbreaker.
That's what that tastes like.
Really? Oh, okay. Yeah.
I don't mind that.
Yeah, you like
That's right.
that, huh? Okay.
The burn is coming,
Is it starting
It's
to arrive there?
building.
Okay.
My tongue was like, "Whoa, what's up, dude?" Yeah.
Oh, you've reached a little bit of the heat there, and it gets stuck in your teeth, which is fun.
Always good.
I can smell it.
Yeah.
I say,
So you know, on the audio, it has a distinct smell of what, Chris?
well, heat. No, actually, cinnamon. Like I smell just nothing but cinnamon.
If you see me sweating, actually it's died down. It's dying now. Okay.
Okay. You like it? Yeah, fan? Yeah.
I wouldn't buy them,
Okay.
but I don't mind them.
Okay. Fair enough. These smell like Play-Doh, which is really weird.
Okay, so this is the last one.
This is the last one for right now. Yeah, these are dots. Do you have fillings?
Yes.
Are they loose?
Oh, okay, I'll be careful.
Yeah. If you've ever had it, here you go. I'll let you open the box.
Thanks. Dots. Because
Dots.
who needs to go to the dentist?
Well, if you need a tooth removed. Yeah.
Who needs strength?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so just one.
They're different flavored-ish.
Okay.
I mean, they all
I'll go
kinda
for
taste the
I'll go
same.
for the green.
Oh, green and yellow are the worst.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Green it is. Kind of luminous.
It looks like a gumdrop
Oh yeah.
without the sugar on
Not
top.
my gumdrop buttons. Okay. Oh, immediately gets stuck. Texture is like a wine gum.
A what?
A wine gum.
I don't know what a wine gum is.
UK people know.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a wine gum.
Okay.
That's all right.
Yeah. you
On a
like
long road trip, I wouldn't mind having a few of
Yeah.
those.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
that's a win.
Okay. Cool. Well, mostly wins then.
Yeah.
Not the nerds and not the Twizzlers.
No. That can burn in hell.
They'd still survive.
They probably would.
Awesome. Well, hey, we thank you. We do invite you to check out the audio only portion of our podcast, where we are going to be talking about a movie that two movies, one that we each watched for the very first time. And along with what we're looking forward to this week and some entertainment news there.
Yep.
But please like, share, subscribe our individual channels. Ruben with the Ruby Tuesday, me, Chris with Movies and Munchies. You can always tweet at us at Best We Watched.
And before we go, a special thank you to Sadie, who's just joined our page. Sage. A special thank you. Sorry, Sage. A special thank you to Sage, who's just joined our Patreon. She has requested, because she's done the tier where she can request a review.
We're not sure. They.
Okay.
Sage.
Sage,
We don't know.
whoever you are,
Yes.
thank you. Your request for what review you requested is coming.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And on that note, for just a couple bucks a month, you can help support this. The production value, the production of this, it's not free. Not to pay for Ruben to come over here. That's not it. Just all of the stuff that goes into producing the weekly show. So if you'd like to be a part of that, if you'd like to help us out, take a look at that. Patreon.com/thebeardedones. Links are in the description below. And with that, we'll see you next week. Take care.
No gang signs.
No gang signs? Oh, I'm totally kidding. I'm all for peace.
That's right.
Is it this? It's this, right?
No.
I probably just offended an entire nation.
Probably did.
Yes,
That's
okay.
all right.
I'm sorry.
There's a few more nations out there.